Hey everyone, just wanted to quickly go over a very important activity that you should not be skipping out on. And in fact, anytime this activity comes up, I highly encourage you stop what you're doing and do these hell tides. So as you can see on the top right next to my map or the mini map icon, it says hell tide, the duration, and how many of the cinders that you have. Cinders is the material that drops from defeating enemies and or from like looting things and also obtaining from chests. So why is this very important to do? There's multiple reasons. One big reason is right here. So yeah, it says Tortured Gift of Mysteries. This mystery chest is a very important chest. It has a very high chance of giving you some good gear as well as uniques. And from what I've been hearing, around the D4 community, so to speak, is someone found the grandfather unique and it dropped from a chest. So I'm not too sure on how accurate that information is. That's just from word of mouth from what I've heard. But yeah, so just the chance of extremely rare loot, including uniques, this is very beneficial, as well as getting forgotten souls and fiend roses, and just these materials alone is what makes it important. Where is it at? So fiend rose and then the forgotten soul. These are important for when you're mid to late game when it comes to rolling your gear to get certain stats that you need, and these stats could either make or break your build, or if you're like stuck within between tiers and just getting that one roll that you need is what could bridge that gap and help you clear the content that you've been trying to clear. So these forgotten souls along with the fiend roses are very important, and the location you get those from is in these hell tides. You'll see, you know, um, plants and usually click on them, and that's where the fiend roses come from. As well as for forgotten souls, any type of things that you interact with has a chance of forgotten souls. As well, like I said, these chests of mysteries give you good gear as well as some forgotten souls, and completing the events within the Helltide area. So you see, this is the Helltide area right here. This is how you can tell. Is it's all in red. It looks like an infestation, infection, whatever you want to call it. And right here it says Helltide rises, and it tells you the duration that there is left of it. So there's a lot of different things to interact with. You may or may not get things. It's all RNG, obviously. But another important thing is as you do these, a good way to farm the cinders other than killing enemies is as you run around through the area that has a Helltide, there are events that pop up. And those events are very good for, you clear it, you get the cinders, you have a chance to gain forgotten souls, as well as other um, item pieces, which could be, legendaries, uniques even, as well as you'll get obols from completing those. So overall, it's like a really good thing to farm for multiple things, and that's what I love about Helltides the most. Is it is literally the activity that you benefit from by just doing about everything. There's a benefit no matter what you do. Now, a key thing for these chests is these chests. Just keep in mind they reset on the top of the hour, so it's already been reset, and there's only 6 minutes left. So at any time there's going to be two. So I'm currently right here. So it says Tortured Gift of Mysteries. These are protection, so those armor pieces, jewelry. These chests don't really pop up until you're like really close within the area. So that's something to think about. And you see I have a pin right here. This is where the next chest is. Now you may be wondering, how do I know that? And some may know the reason, some may not. So I'm putting this out there for those who don't know the information. Is there's actually a website that you can use where it shows you these mystery chest locations as well as the intervals of the respawn. And like let's say it's the top of the hour, when it refreshes and they get spawned in other locations, it will update as well. And then what's also neat is it shows you on the map on the website all the locations of the events. And usually once you know the location of the events, if you like have like a specific route that you do, you could actually hop, make it like a little circle between like two or three events, and you complete one event, go to the next one, then go to the third one, and then you go back to the first one. That should be reset by then. So a lot of people like to farm the events that way, and that's a fast way to get cinders, as well as all the other things I mentioned as far as obols and other chance of gear from completing those events. And especially if you're not level 100 yet, this is very great at gaining XP as well. So You know, if you're not max level, you benefit from XP gain, because in these Helltide zones, no matter what, I believe it's +2 levels above your current level. So just killing enemies will grant you some decent XP while you get all these materials and potential loot drops. So overall, it is a very important activity. It is only up for an hour, and then I believe it doesn't come back up for like another hour and a half or so. So I highly encourage, run these hell times when they're available. Whenever the hell times end, go back to doing, whether if it's your nightmare dungeons or regular dungeons or whatever else you are doing aside from hell tides. I would, like I said, just make sure you do these hell tides when they're available, because these are very important for just about anything. So yeah, again, the website you can use to check, the intervals with when Helltide's gonna be up next, as well as chest locations, chest spawn times, and there's even a world boss timer that's on there, and they just updated it to where it shows Legion events as well. So I'll be posting a link to this website in the description down below. So if you found this video helpful at all, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll be doing more Diablo 4 content. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.